while loops in Python. We use while loops to repeat a block of code multiple times. For example, let's say we want to print the numbers 1 to 5. A poor way of doing this is writing code like this. Print 1, then print 2, print 3, print 4, and print 5. Now, why is this a bad approach? Well, what if you wanted to print the numbers 1 to 1 million? We don't want to write 1 million lines of code, each line printing a number. This is where we use while loops. So we'll start off by declaring a variable like I and set it to our initial number, let's say 1. Then we type while, and here we type a condition. So once again, we can use our comparison operators. Let's say I less than 5, less than or equal to 5. As long as this condition is true, then the code that we write inside of the while block will get executed. So here we type a colon, then press enter. Now we have a block of code. In this block, we can print I, and then we need to increment I by 1. So we set I to I plus 1. If we don't do this, I will always be 1, and this block of code will get executed indefinitely. It will never terminate. Basically, our program will continue running until it runs out of memory. So in the first iteration, I is 1, is less than 5, so Python is going to execute this block of code. It will print 1 on the terminal, and then I becomes 2. Then the control moves back over here. So Python evaluates this condition. 2 is less than or equal to 5, so the condition is true, and once again, Python is going to execute this block one more time. In the second iteration, we're going to see 2 on the terminal, and then I will become 3. So this will continue until this condition is no longer true. Let me show you. So let's run this program. Now we see the numbers 1 to 5. So this is the beauty of while loops. I can easily change 5 to 1,000. And by the way, I'm separating these 3 digits using an underscore. This makes my number more readable. We don't have to add this, but it just makes our code more readable. So let's run the program. Now we see the numbers 1 to 1,000. It's much easier than 1,000 lines of code, each printing a number, okay? Now let me show you something really cool. So I'm going to change this to 10. Now, instead of printing I want to print an expression. So I'm going to multiply I by a string, an asterisk. Now, you might be confused here, because earlier I told you that in Python, we cannot concatenate a number to a string. But here I'm using the multiplication operator. Well, this is different. We can multiply a number by a string, and this will repeat that string based on the value of that number. So if I is 1, we're going to see 1 asterisk. If I is 5, we're going to see 5 asterisks. Let me show you. So when we run this program, we see this triangle shape because in the first iteration, I is 1. So we see 1 asterisk. In every iteration, I is incremented by 1. So we see 1 extra asterisk. And finally, in the last iteration, I is 10. And we see 10 asterisks on the terminal.